Right, I'm going to be streaming in about 30 seconds, guys. Thank you.
Can you test our audio, please?
Yeah,
do.
Ready.
Yeah. We need to find out how the audio is. What's up?
Can't see your line.
Go to our channel?
Yes. Oh, it's set to public, I just realised. We need to send you the link. Yeah, refresh the page, we're public.
We better way of testing this, don't we?
Nobody's just started one show when they first started. Go ahead.
Can't see that.
Dino PC.
D-I.
Oh, you see us?
Oh, no.
Is audio good?
A little bit background noise, like.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
it's moved it, that might change.
That's much better, isn't it?
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Righty, one more test please, for sound.
Oh. Hello, Phantom Pat. You're right, hashtag setup. Oh. Hello, Phantom Pat. You're right, hashtag setup.
It's really loud when it's like half the volume.
Oh, we can turn the gain down, can't we?
That's no nah. Should change.
That got louder.
Nope.
Oh,
What about now?
I'm a little bit. Oh, fuck, you're killing.
Is the voice clearer though?
Is the voice clearer though?
No, let's go back. Alright, now it should be.
is it like
No.
right up there or something?
Alright, let's see now.
Oh, is this picking up itself though, and feedback? Yeah, audio sounds great, doesn't it, Phantom Pat?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
We'll get this sorted. Oh, I forgot it was there. You can see what I see. We'll get this soon, guys, don't worry. It sounds a lot better, as in I can't hear it.
Did Rowdy turn off the...
I think maybe.
Rowdy, can you turn it off?
Yeah.
Oh, no, turn the phone. No, you said. Oh, we're thinking the sound.
Everybody said that the sound.
Yeah. Professional live streamers.
You know what this is, right? This is technical issues where the equipment is so expensive and it's overwhelming us.
Yeah. We're far outweighed by our equipment, yeah. It's just a little muffled, isn't it? Maybe it's because
I love the cheap
far outweighed by our equipment.
Leave that.
It's just gone quiet.
Test.
Is it still on, Randy? It's really quiet. Oh my god.
How quiet?
Knees. Can't hear it.
How about now?
Phantom says it's on, just very low sound. So we can either go really loud or really quiet, it turns out.
Acceptable, but it's like background noise.
Well, there is just a lot of background noise at the moment.
It's like an echo.
How about now?
We haven't got two mics turned on again, have we?
6 different settings. Is that best one?
I can only hear you, Jad, now. If you're really close, I can hear you. but-
Cal's closer.
You weren't talking, so you wouldn't hear him.
Okay, someone says Nitro Music. Nitro Music. Hi again, Nitro. Now it's okay. It could be slightly louder. Oh my. At least for my sound. Right.
I think Nitro Music has better sound equipment than anyone.
Let's hope that doesn't ruin the mic again.
Possibly.
Oh, right. It's nice to see you back, guys. We might be finished with setup now. Let us know if our sound goes weird.
Yeah, please do let us know.
Who have we got in chat today? We've got Phantom Pat, Nitro Music. Anyone else yet?
Not yet.
Who's that?
Noise the box is here.
There's a box. I know all these names. Regular customers.
What's that?
Are we still playing on that one over there? Are we still playing on that one, Radu?
What?
Are we still playing on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now. You can turn us off.
Yeah, you can kick it.
I could hear myself talking, but really quietly. It's quite confusing.
We have a lot of background noise today, though, so you know
Yeah.
that's got something to do with it.
Guys, I think we already had some questions in the chat. It might have just been about our sound setup, as usual.
Obviously, what else would it be?
What specs are we talking today from Nitro Music? What specs are we building today, mate? Right, Nitro
Do we have the
Music.
spec sheet, by the way?
We do. It's over on that pillar over there that I can't look at.
I'll grab that.
You can be spec sheet man, but I'll read off what I can remember here. Right, we've got starter processor. We've got an i5 7500. That's at 3.4 gigahertz. 8 gig of crucial RAM. 120 gig SSD with a terabyte storage drive with that. A ASUS Prime B250 Plus motherboard. Nice little motherboard. 500 watt power supply. I might need to. Oh yeah, that's fine.
That is
And
fine.
a ASUS MSI 1080 Ti. That's an Armor MSI edition. Lovely graphics card.
Innocent bystander says, "Can I have it?" If it's your order, yes. If it's
Yeah.
your order, why not?
If you've ordered it and paid for it, then yeah, sure, we'll ship it to you. Just double check. We did make a little last minute change on this one.
Also, just to quickly interrupt you there, we have taken feedback from you guys from the previous stream, and on our next stream we will be applying the changes. We have the specs of every system listed, and yeah, we'll fix our mic one day. One day. It's so professional and expensive, it overwhelms us.
We
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Okay,
It's the order. We
basically,
cannot disagree
guys,
with the order.
we're going to let you in on a secret here. We didn't have the graphics card in stock today for this build for you, so we swapped it out with the 1080 Ti just to make it interesting for you. But we've just realised that this power supply won't actually power this card. So ignore that fact. We're going to build it as it is. Just letting you guys know that. Right.
It's worth pointing out that the power supply Jarrad has here is a decent power supply. It's 80+ rated.
It just doesn't have the extra 4-pin connector, that is 8-pin connector that's needed for this graphics card.
Exactly. The power supply itself is perfectly fine.
So we'll pop it in, get it all looking nice, and then when the other card comes in, we'll have to swap it out.
Consider that part of learning when building PCs. Always make sure your power supply has the right amount of 8-pin or 4-pin connectors.
I've been caught out. I've been caught out that by the past. I needed 2 8-pins and only had one 8 like this one.
If your power supply doesn't have enough connectors, you can buy extensions. So yeah, there you go.
Right, let's get building. We got everyone? Any more questions in the chat before we start?
A bit of trolling. Noahzabot says,
as always,
you need me to come down and help you set up the stream. Only kidding. You better be kidding. You better be kidding. Damn right about that. Innocent bystander. Doesn't a motherboard gather dust? We're in a clean environment.
We're in a very clean environment. Right, let's start anyway. Let's get this CPU in here. Right. One I didn't think I mentioned in the spec list is the cooler. We've got a Be Quiet Pure Rock cooler today. Bit of an upgrade from the 103 we had last time we streamed. Very nice cooler. Let's get this mounted.
Yeah, this is a serious upgrade from the last cooler. There's nothing wrong with the Cooler Master Hyper 103, but this is a bit more beefier.
Camera doing okay?
Yeah, fine.
Sweet. Here we go, there's all the parts we need. It's not too bad of a mounting system on these Be Quiet coolers. I've done a lot worse.
I mean, that's one of the things with air coolers, is that they come with so much parts, so much screws, compared to just like a closed loop cooler.
Yeah.
It seems complicated at first, but nope. And they say paper instructions have no use.
You should be able to figure out these back plates no matter how complicated they are. They're not too bad. On these Be Quiet ones, we've got these little threaded screws here that go through these little gaps with a rubber grommet over them, rubber little washer to hold them in place.
Phantom
There
Pat,
we go.
we're going to let you in on a little secret about the camera that Jarrad has mounted to his head. It's not actually a GoPro, it's a similar style of camera of a different brand.
We won't say the brand, we're not sponsored or anything.
Yeah, we're not actually sponsored by the brand or whatnot, it's just we didn't have a GoPro here.
And it seems to work just as well.
And this works just as well. It's actually pretty decent considering what you can do with the camera in terms of how you can mount it.
I'm impressed with it. Like I said last stream, depending on the case and the scenario, it varies whether you should fit the cooler before or after you put the motherboard in the case. But most times it's cooler on motherboard first. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to build outside the case.
Yes.
In most cases, no pun intended.
A lot easier to access all different angles of it, yeah, than when it's in there.
Because there's nothing worse than building in a case that's relatively small and you can't get the last fan header in.
Yeah.
Because your fingers can't get anywhere.
Yeah. CPU power cable is really awkward to plug in, something like that.
When it comes to routing cables, some cases do not play nice. Nitro music, you're being funny. He's sad because he's got to wait for his new Razer setup, audio setup.
Ooh.
And he's got to use his old creative D80. You know, you say that as if it's a bad setup you would have.
Oh, I can only use this really good quality equipment I've got.
It's like the PC mastering meme. It's not much, but it's mine. It's like you have a GTX 1070. Yeah.
Oh, it's not much. Can't wait to upgrade to my 1080.
Giving a quick shout out to Sebastiano Passarello for retweeting our live stream.
Thank you very much.
We have amazing videos. We do. Amazing videos.
Oh.
Yeah, that's clearly a step up from the last cooler.
Yeah, much beefier. 420mm fan here instead of like a 90mm.
And it tells you to be quiet. That's how you get your PC to run silent.
Exclamation mark.
You need a toe of like the word "be quiet" on it.
Another tip with any pretty much cooler, water or air, don't tighten the first screw all the way when you put it in. Make sure you get them all in first before you tighten them. Save a lot of headaches.
Yeah. Another tip to that is to screw them in diagonally.
Mm-hmm. Try and apply as even pressure to the socket as you can.
Exactly. Start from one end, then the other.
There we go.
You know, I think if for our next stream, I'm saying this in advance, we should build in the Project 7 case.
Project 7. I could do that, I could do that. That'd be very interesting.
A lot of people on Twitter and Instagram love that case.
Just need someone to order one.
Maybe if we find time, maybe we're just building it anyway.
Yeah, we could do that for you guys if you really want to see it. Don't forget, if any of you guys are thinking of ordering from us, give us a shout and we can do it on stream live for you.
That's correct.
If any of you know thinking of getting a computer built, come to us, we'll do it on stream for them.
Nitro Music agrees. Tighten the CPU cooler always in a cross pattern. That is correct. Axuzatsu is back. Hello again.
I know all these names.
They become our local stream crew. Local crew. All one big family here.
There we go. I didn't obey one of my own rules here. Put the RAM in before we put the fan on. Got to take this off to get the RAM back in.
It's worth noting with massive air CPU coolers, when mounting a fan, you may need to use low profile RAM sticks. Stuff like the Corsair Vengeance with the high heatsink.
You aren't going to fit much in under here. You can always move the fan up, but then you're wasting a lot of airflow up here.
Yeah, it depends on the mounting system to air cool. Some can rotate, some are faced the other way. Some are just far too big.
We still get full coverage on this cooler with this RAM in here.
Yeah.
And there we go, we've got the motherboard fully prepped. Let's move on to the case now.
What brand of RAM is that, by the way?
That is a Crucial RAM, that is.
It is Crucial.
Nothing fancy, but it's RAM, it works.
What are your thoughts on RAM and heatsinks? Do you think they make a difference, or is it just for show?
I think it's mostly for show.
Okay.
For some of the extremely high clocked RAMs, yes, it will make a difference to cool it down, they can clock it higher, but for your standard DDR4, you're talking like 2666 or 2400, doesn't make a difference at all.
You know why I say this, right? Is because people water cool their RAM, right? They get actual water blocks and water cool their RAM.
Yeah.
and they think, keyword they think, it's going to make a big difference. Yet the most expensive and the highest performing memory is server grade memory. And that doesn't have any heat sinks,
Yeah,
and
no
it lasts
heat
for
sinks at
years
all.
in blazing hot environments.
The highest quality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for show. I buy RAM with heat sinks on just because they look nice, but
They don't actually add anything to it.
no. Right, today guys we're building in an NZXT S3 S3
S3.
S340. There we go. Get the words out. Very nice case. It's not too big, not too small. Plenty of upgrade spaces in it.
Personal gripes. The finish. I don't like the gloss finish.
It is a little annoying. Fingerprints and whatnot.
I actually have one of these cases, the Razor version. It's got the soft touch finish. That is awesome. That is
Much
awesome.
better, yeah.
No fingerprints.
It does look quite nice if you just put it in the corner of the room and never touch it though.
Nitro Music says, I have a G-Sync 240Hz monitor with a 1080 Ti overclocked and a Threadripper 1950X.
Nice.
Wow.
It's a nice setup you got there.
Jet still plays, says, hello. How you doing? Jacko says, hello. What up?
Right, let's move on to case prep. Before you put motherboard or any hard drives or power supplies in, I always try and get the case as close to what I want it to be as possible. So get all your cables in the right place, get everything sorted out.
Spaghetti junction, cable management.
Yeah. At least try and start neat.
GGN805 says, holler at your boy.
Holler at your boy.
Cue the dubstep music.
Right, let's bring the zip ties out straight away.
Jet still plays. Yes, we do recognise you. Not visually, of course, but we do recognise your name from the previous stream. Yeah. Jacko says, how has GPU cryptocurrency affected your sales? Pretty much. If you heard that laugh, it was in the background because that's become a meme around here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a full-on meme right now.
It's a living
cryptocurrency
meme.
miners.
It's alive. It's got spirit. It's affected us pretty much as bad as it's affected everyone else.
It's affected the whole global marketplace of GPU
This is a global
sales.
thing.
We're trying the best we can to get them in.
Yeah. Jet still plays. We love the new icon. Yeah. It looks awesome. Yeah, but that's how it's affected us. Yeah, as much as it's hurt everyone else. In other words, GPUs are very, very scarce. We actually have a write-up about this on our blog, blog.dinopc.com, where we detailed it briefly, what the GPU cryptocurrency is doing to people, how it's hurting us. We're in pain. Andy Hussein says, is a GTX 1060 3GB enough for most games? Well, it depends on your settings and what resolution you're playing at.
I wouldn't recommend it for like 4K, as that 3 gig of VRAM isn't quite enough.
No.
But
Yeah,
anything
kill you a little
1080p, you're fine with a 1060.
Yeah.
You probably get max settings on most 1080p games. So yeah, that's fine.
If you were to get a 1060 3GB now and you're playing at 1080p or even 1440p, you'll be good for, you know, at least a couple of years before PC Master Race Envy sets in. Yeah, you'll be alright. Nitro Music says, Jarrad and Kal, we got some RGB in this because NZXT.
I don't think we've got any RGB, to be honest with you guys. We keep letting you down on the RGB front. We're going to have to try a bit harder one of these days.
One day we're going to always send you into a epileptic fit. We're going to put so much RGB on there. It's going to be a disco.
We've got something coming up in the works. Just keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
We're saving it all for one special occasion.
Yep.
But no, this is right down on the RGB scale. I don't think there's even any LEDs in here at all.
The scale on this, it's a 0.5. It's not even a 1.
No.
The only light you're going to see on this is the hard drive activity light. There's nothing on it.
It's a very slick build.
Can it run Minecraft at the lowest settings?
Oh, I don't know.
Never.
Not sure.
This can't handle Minecraft.
Does it have some?
We need to wait for next generation graphics cards.
Need Volta to even think about playing Minecraft. Alright, let's get this power supply in there.
Jacko says, I've managed to order a GTX 1080 for £480. Who is your supplier? Let us know.
Let us know. I want to know. I'm buying some.
I want to know.
I've seen some go for ridiculous prices on eBay second hand.
Okay, Flame the Gamer, you seem new here. Welcome.
Hey, new name. Let's see new face.
Following up to your question beforehand, can you let us know what resolution you are playing? But the question is, if I buy a GTX 1050 Ti, what CPU would I need? Thoughts, Jarrad?
It really depends on your budget. If you can get a 1050 Ti, I wouldn't really go out lower than like an i3 or a Ryzen 3.
Yep.
If you can stretch to an i5, I think you're a lot more future-proofed. Like if you can get an i5, maybe a 74, 7500, or even one of the 8000 series, that'd be a really good like just a base to upgrade in the future. You won't need to upgrade that for a long time.
And I think with either the GTX 1050 or 1050 Ti, don't go below a Ryzen 3 or Core i3. But even an overclocked i5, that wouldn't give you much benefits over, say, a standard i5.
Yeah. With
that graphics card.
But it means you won't have to be upgrading in 2 years' time, your CPU.
Yep. Jacko said the GTX 1080 is a palette card. It's the cheapest version. But even then, the GTX 1080, £480.
This time, if you said that 3-4 months ago, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's quite a good price, but that's an insane price right now.
Yeah.
I've seen the TIs going for £900 on eBay. It's mad.
Jet Still Plays is funny. He's like, what game is this? These are some great cutscenes. The graphics are awesome.
Almost photorealistic.
Nitro Music, we are not doing the LN2 PC for the build.
Oh, I wish.
I am not losing my hands. Nope, it's not happening. I'm not freezing for a PC.
I'll get the big jug of liquid nitrogen over here.
This is not Terminator 2. No liquid nitrogen, please. Do it on your stream. Please. I'll buy tickets to see that. Where in the UK are you based? I'm based in North London, Jacko. North London. The best place in the UK, London. Triggered. Flame the Gamer says, wow, in all caps, how do you do this? You're amazing, I can't do this. Where do you put the wires from the power supply?
Right. Best
Cable
tip
management, dudes.
is if you've got a basement, hallelujah, you can just bundle them all up, stick them down here. It's easy. Try and get them to, see they're all sort of folded, fold them up neatly. Got a nice little bundle there of wires you don't need. You leave this one out for the hard drive and that thing sorted then.
There you go. Tips on cable management, cable ties and a basement to store them. You know, it feels like cable ties become your best friend when you're building a PC.
I cannot count how many I get through a day. It's probably close 500-600 a day I reckon I get through cable ties.
500 to 600. Wow. What PC are you running for this game? It's really good, I imagine. It's a customer's order, this PC. So we have no idea what their intentions are with this in terms of games. But it's a decent system.
See, all hidden out the way down there in the basement. Very nice. Just got the ones we need left. Alright, got time for the motherboard.
Thoughts on the Corsair Spec Alpha case from Ali Hussein?
We've all got some thoughts on that case here.
Who was that? You should have been on our last stream actually, Ali. We had the new and improved upgraded version of that, which is the Spec Omega, which uses tempered glass and a different internal layout.
Yeah.
Exterior-wise, it's the same.
We all like the case to look at. It's a very nice looking case. Nobody likes to build in it though, a Spec Alpha. It's not very nice for a builder at all.
As a Spec Alpha owner myself, I built in it once and I have no intention of touching it ever again. It's not nice.
Yeah.
It looks great to look at.
I've done plenty
Outside
of those.
it's awesome.
If you're thinking of getting a Spec Alpha, I would really recommend, if you're going to build in it yourself, getting either like a Spec Omega or something like a Spec 04. They look very similar but much nicer to build in.
Yeah. The Spec Omega is a massive step up.
Oh
massive.
yeah, huge.
Jet still plays is funny. He's like, I asked my local console person. So I need to repeat that, that's funny.
Your
I
local.
asked my local console person
We all
what
have
is
one.
inside a computer. And he said a motherboard with some wires attached to it.
Well, he's not
He's
wrong.
not wrong.
No,
He's
no, no.
actually not
He's got
wrong.
a point.
He's got a solid point there.
This is a motherboard and there's going to be some wires attached to it.
Most console peasants will say I don't know, so he's not wrong in the long run.
So,
Jacko says, I have a similar case, the Spec 04.
yeah.
Cable management and space for water coolers is dreadful.
We prefer the Spec 04 to the Spec Alpha.
Yeah.
We can do some pretty nice builds inside a Spec 04. But yeah, Spec Omega or something like, it uses the same inside as a 400C and a 460X, a Spec Omega, and they're very nice cases to build in.
I think so. Corsair's Carbide and Spec series, all of them look great.
Yeah.
Like minus the faults on the Spec Alpha and cable management and the internal layout, all of them cases look great.
And they always do a good job on the outside. I've
Always.
have some issues with the inside of some Corsair cases.
Just a quick update, guys. We are giving away Dino PC gaming mouse mats. If you want to win one, follow Nerd Rage Pro on Twitter. They're one of our esports team sponsors, and they're streaming and they're giving them away up until February the 12th, I believe. So if you follow Nerd Rage Pro on Twitter, follow their instructions and you can win one. They look awesome.
We've got one lying around somewhere, haven't we?
Yeah, we have loads of them. They're everywhere.
There we go, I've got the camera here. Here it is.
Jarrad.
Here's the money shot. Oh, no, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, get yourselves one of them. 3.
Yeah. They're pretty large in size. Flame the Gamer. Does anybody know why it's so difficult to run Overwatch? I have the recommended specs and I get like 30 FPS when I'm in a team fight. Corrosive bird followers are up with bottleneck.
Yeah, he's right. There's probably something holding you back. Check your drivers are all up to date. Probably a good idea to like open Task Manager whilst playing it just to see if you've got like a CPU bottleneck or something like that. If anything's reaching 100%.
Yeah, if you could let us know your specs, that would be pretty helpful.
Is
Overwatch isn't that hard to run, if not hard at all.
Do you know if you've got the recommended specs or the minimum specs? Because if it's minimum, 30 FPS is what they'll expect you to be getting.
Okay, Flame Gamer follows up quickly, an i5 and a GTX 1050. You should be good at 1080p resolution. You should be good for 60 FPS.
Yeah, I would expect that.
I do know that in Overwatch, some of the post-processing effects in ultra settings you should turn off. A, they don't add anything to the game, and B, that's probably causing your issues. So turn them off. Lloyd Williams, afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, the i5 shouldn't really matter. The mod with it shouldn't really matter. That's more than enough for Overwatch. Wait, at least I can play PUBG. How are you able to play PUBG but not Overwatch? That's the complete opposite right there. PUBG is barely functional. Overwatch works.
It's got a point. Got a point.
Your system is very, very backwards. But yeah. Adjust some settings.
Yeah, I'd much prefer to get a solid 60 FPS than better settings any day.
Exactly. And that being said, the art style of Overwatch, it doesn't really benefit from, say, going from medium or high to ultra.
Yeah, it's not like super realistic, is it? So you don't need
It's
super
a
high
cartoon.
textures.
It's a cartoon. Also, check your internal rendering resolution. I believe that game has one, so if you're running at 1080p, you can upscale it to a higher resolution. That may be on by default. See if that's the problem. Yeah, post-processing in ultra settings, turn them off. Turn them off. How many lights for a free Corsair Void wireless headset? Can we get in on those lights? Because we don't have that here.
Too many likes, too many.
Do you build Bitcoin mining PCs? Dubstep King. Didn't you ask this last time? The same guy.
He's waiting for us to start. Well, do you want one?
That being said, you can buy a regular PC with a graphics card in it. And while not advertised anywhere for Bitcoin mining, it can be used for one.
Any computer can be used for Bitcoin mining. Your old 10-year-old laptop can be.
To so far, any. Nitro Music says here's an in-win 805 Infinity.
Oh.
It looks cool with the mirror.
Very nice. We built an InWin 303 yesterday, and they're quite nice as well.
Said the cable management isn't that great, but it looks cool.
Yeah, you'll find that any InWin case looks great, cable management's awful.
Yep.
I think they're designed by designers, not case builders. So.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's like, it looks pretty.
Yeah.
Functionality be damned. Flame the Gamer adds to that, I had 16 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, how you're not running Overwatch is beyond me. Check what else is running in your background when playing that game. So you have like loads of stuff, loads of program software, streaming software, chat software. Turn it all off and see what happens. Turn everything off. If you're using a hard drive, clean that up, defrag it, something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something not quite right there.
Yeah. Use the built-in tools from Windows 10 to check your hard drive. Ethan Peacock says, what kind of system is this? This is a Core i5 7500 with a Be Quiet Pure Rock cooler, a GTX 1080.
Ti?
Oh, a 1080 Ti. Even better, 1080 Ti. And a NZXT S340 case with a horrible gloss black finish. The case is great, but the finish, no.
It's someone's cup of tea. Someone loves
Someone
it.
likes gloss. Must be for a console person. It also has a 120 gigabyte SSD and a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte hard drive and 8 gigs of crucial DDR4 memory. Frostbite. Yeah, to follow up with that, your friend is correct. Building a PC is not that difficult. If you tune into our streams, you will see this on a regular basis. It may look complicated, but it's already not.
It's basically plugging that into this and you're done.
Yeah.
That into this, done. Just may not look too pretty on your first try.
if you've ever played with Lego or a Nintendo game cartridge, put those two together. That's building a PC.
The only reason I get people being sort of afraid but not too confident to do it themselves is just the price. I can imagine if you're ordering a £2,000 build that you might not be too confident putting it together yourself. Which I get. I totally understand that.
I mean, if you want to build a PC and you're not too sure now, you don't want to invest a lot of money, start off with something on a smaller budget. £300–400. Get familiar with the hardware, learn about each component, where it will plug in, tune into Dino PC and watch me and Jarrad, and you'll become more confident. Corrosive bird really is corrosive today. I hope this guy tunes in on all of our streams now. His comments are funny. Don't forget Intel is doomed. Wow.
Ah, of course.
Wow, Intel is doomed apparently.
Intel is doomed.
They recently had a bug in their processor.
Ah, yeah. You don't know about that. Meltdown in Spectra.
Yeah, Meltdown and Spectra. Sounds like a James Bond movie.
It is a great name. It's one of my
whoever
favourite
came
names.
up with that name, it's like,
I
yeah.
love it.
They were just waiting for Intel to screw up. Like, they had that name like just written down somewhere. One day.
Yes, we finally get to use Spectra.
Spectra.
By the way, guys, what I'm doing now, I forgot that we had an SSD, so I'm just adding the cables in now. See, even professionals will do it. You'll forget something as well. It's a part of computer building.
Iron Kaser says, "Why am I sub to you? I did not sub to you." We welcome you.
Yes, I'm glad you are subbed. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the content.
Jarrad, what are your thoughts on the Asus Cerberus mouse and keyboard?
Can't say I've looked into it too much. I've seen some of their older mice and keyboard Asus, and they seem alright. I've had no problems with them, but I couldn't give you a thorough rundown of it. I have to look a bit more into it.
I think for the price, they're pretty decent. It's a pretty decent bit of kit. It's got a nice colour scheme. It's red and black, like everything else in PC worlds.
Wait.
Nice.
It's not RGB.
It's not RGB.
It's not RGB. Oh my
no,
God.
wait. They do have an RGB variant because everybody does now.
Whew.
But if he's talking about the basic model, even then, it's pretty decent.
I was about to panic.
A lot of people you hear use them in the office, so there must be something to them. Flame the Gamer says, it's probably my Spotify that's ruining Overwatch.
I don't know if that would affect your
mobile phone. I don't think that's affecting your performance too much.
If you've got really bad download speed, it could affect your ping and your connection, but I wouldn't say it'd affect your FPS. Unless your Spotify is going really haywire in the background.
If I were you, I would go through all my Windows installations and clean up all your hard drives, all your SSDs, whatever your storage is, and see what else is running during the time that you're playing that game. And adjust settings. Yeah, adjust settings. You guys in your usernames, wow. Build Pookie Pookie 2.
Great
I
name.
have a question. My mouse movement lags. Like in PUBG the airplane, the character movement is 60 FPS, but when I move the mouse, it lags at 3 FPS.
Okay.
What mouse do you have? Let us know what mouse you have.
That's a very odd problem. It actually drops your FPS when you move the mouse.
Yeah.
Because you could have like mouse lag where the mouse moves a second after you move. That's an issue, but
Go to your option settings and see if there's also an option in Windows and turn off all mouse acceleration. Turn off that.
Just gaming in general, turn that off.
Yeah, turn it off. Also, let us know what mouse you have. If it came with any pre-installed software, unless you really care about the RGB on it, I would default all the settings or just get rid of it. It could be in there where it's affecting it. But that being said, you're playing PUBG, so who knows? Who knows?
Could be some sort of dev issue.
I mean, if it happens in another game that works, like, I don't know, Doom, Call of Duty, normal games.
Yeah, is it just PUBG that it happens in?
Yeah, it depends on the game. Roasted bird, I do not approve of what you just said. I do not approve. But don't worry, I won't block you. Have you ever built a PC with a new i9 processor? Jared, have you?
I personally haven't. I know we've done a few builds here though. I sent them out, I've seen them going out. But myself, no I have not.
Natural music, I see what you're trying to do there. But it's worth pointing out we never used floppy disk as storage. We only used them as disposable medium. They were never a primary storage form. Ah, joke's on you. Jared, Ethan Peacock says, how many builds do you do on average a day?
On average a
I
day?
had this question last week, I believe.
Yes, that's no problem though. Depending on sort of the difficulty of the build, if they're simple ones, we get it through about 10 each a day. If they're more complex, usually about 5. So between 5 and 10. Right, it's about time we chuck this GPU in.
Yeah, the mouse problem. He says it happens randomly.
Happens randomly.
But it's not the mouse. He's tried others as well. It could be mouse acceleration in the games you're playing or built into Windows. Turn everything off. Ali Hussein, to your question about the keyboards and mice, no. All orders are sent out as one unit. So you will receive everything in one go. Huh, Jared, Alex D says, this is an if question by the way.
Yep.
The most expensive thing you broke while building.
Ooh. Most expensive thing I've ever broke. In building a computer, I've never broke a single component. I have dropped a hard drive at my old job, but that wasn't in building a computer, and that's the only thing I've ever broke professionally, is a brand new hard drive that just got shipped in. But nothing whilst building a computer now. It's quite hard to break a component, to be honest, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's actually quite difficult to break a component. It's like, what were you doing to it?
The easiest thing to probably break is the pins on your motherboard. If you bend them, if you actually drop something on the socket whilst you got the cover off. Or like I said, a hard drive, if you drop it, you can say goodbye to the hard drive.
I threw a hard drive out a window once, but that's a different story. That was on purpose. I was pretty sure it wasn't working, so I gave up on it and just threw it.
Did the hard drive or the window break?
The hard drive. The window's open.
Oh,
It landed
out
on the
a
grass
window.
outside.
Wow.
Oh no. It's just coming in already.
Oh no.
The
what is it?
Linus jokes.
Oh.
They've begun.
The Linus jokes have begun. What have we got?
He said, are you Linus because you dropped expensive gear?
Oh, I dropped nowhere near as much as Linus. Don't worry
He's
about
reckless,
that.
though.
I would have dropped this 3 times already.
Yeah, he's reckless. That's the thing. That's the difference between him and Jared. I
Mm.
mean, I say he's a hypocrite after saying I threw a hard drive at him, but Linus seems reckless. In a good way, I guess, but yeah.
He's just got so much hardware lying around.
Exactly.
I think it matters if he drops one.
Where are you making this from?
We
are making it from
in general, we'll make from London.
from London,
Our
England,
Dino PC
Earth.
headquarters.
At Dino PC. More specific, please.
We're in the same room that we build all our other computers in.
Yeah. This is the testing and building room. Flame the Gamer says, I've got to go. See ya.
Oh, nice seeing you here.
Join in on our next stream this week. Follow us on Twitter, Dino PC UK, and you will get a notification of when we go live. And subscribe to us on YouTube. I wonder if that's the key to success. Drop expensive hardware.
Ah, we got to start testing it.
I mean, I'll bring in old expensive hardware because it's not worth anything anymore if that counts, and I'll drop it all day long.
Drop it on camera and we'll get famous. The memes.
Do you do component giveaways from Corrosive Bird? We do sometimes. We have one coming up, but I can't say anything yet. Maybe more than just a single component.
Oh. Okay, keep tuned, guys. Keep tuned.
I love how Corrosive Bird, who was rude to me earlier on, which I'm not going to repeat, and he's like, oh, by the way, can I have some free stuff? William is back. Do you remember this guy, William?
I remember
the MSI Codex.
Ah, the
You know
MSI.
the way.
Yes, I'm an MSI guy.
That was his first message. The MSI Codex 3VR7RD-033EU is the best gaming desktop in my house. Probably in my city.
It's got the worst name though, I'm afraid.
Yeah, yes. And before you ask, we do not know the way. We don't know the way.
Okay guys, if you've got any final questions, start typing them out. We're pretty much at the end of this build. I'll give you guys a once over now after I fit these SATA cables.
We are coming to the end of this build. Any final questions, do let us know. If you have questions on gaming, PC hardware, Dino PC,
Anything tech, we can try and answer.
We'll discuss it on our stream. Except the MSI Codex. Give me a good graphics card, please. I love how everybody spells good G-U-D.
Good.
It's from the old Dark Souls meme, get good.
Get good, scrub.
It's become a norm now. Get good. Nitro Music, I'm not giving out Pentium 4s. With your devil emoji. I'm not giving out Pentium 4s.
If we had a Pentium 4, we'd give it to you.
Yeah, we would. Ali Hussein wants to know, can an Asus H110M motherboard be overclocked?
No, it cannot.
No, it cannot. It's very, very basic, very bare bones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good board, it's a good starting point, but in terms of feature set, you do not want that.
It's got none of the.
After overclocking. No.
It's got none of the extras, but a lot of time you don't need the extras. I just need a fan splitter. Right guys, it's going to be black screen for a second. I need to go grab a fan splitter. You can show it around if you want.
I'll just take control. Now I have two cameras. Jared's expert cable management skills here. No spaghetti junction going on. Take a look, they're ketchup and mustard cables. Braided cables are the way forwards, or modular cables. There's a better look at the system.
Let's close up. Right. Put you guys back on my head. Ugh.
To the guy in the corner, do you know the way?
Oh, I thought it was going to be a serious question then.
I'll let you know the way when you call me by my name. Like, just throwing insults at me today. We welcomed you.
Right, that looks about right. Okay. Last thing we've got to do is get these two fans plugged in.
Corrosive Bird, I'll leave it for you to guess because you're very entertaining.
This is one of those awkward plugs we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Fan cable in between the cooler and the top of the case. We'll get there though.
Thanks, Nitro Music. I appreciate that. Yeah. Who was the points out in the description? Their names are Kal and Jarrad.
Hey, thank you.
Ali Hussein says, the first Dino PC stream I've watched, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed.
Ah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, we appreciate that. Corrosive Bird follows up with, I hope you hurt inside.
Damn, that is corrosive. Damn.
Please turn up to all our streams, you are funny. Please. You know, is this guy or girl, Corrosive Bird, like, despite the insults, is actually adding stuff to the conversation.
Yeah.
Corrosive Bird also says, I have braided cables. So we have something in common.
Oh, yeah, I've got braided cables with mine. As long as you've got a place to hide all the extra cable length, they're fine.
Yep. For those who are new to the stream, it's worth pointing out that all the builds that me and Jarrad do here, they're customer builds. So if you would like yours built on the stream, you can let us know by phone or email when you order a system. And we'll let you know when we're going to go live with it.
And we'll talk you through what we're doing. You can give us any feedback you want live. Great fun.
Corrosive Bird says, braided cables, I'm presuming he's talking about, they are so hard to bend. It depends what make, I guess. Some are quite soft, like the ones that have this soft, they're really flexible. And I have to use the cable codes to manage them, to keep them in place. So it depends which ones. Nitro Music says, goodbye chat, King Kal and Builder Master Jarrad, I've got to go.
Right, it's nice seeing you again. Hope you're back next stream.
Yep, take it easy dudes. Come back to our next stream to give us more tips on audio. Ali Hussein, do you guys always stream on the same day at the same time? Truth be told, we're working on that. Right?
Yeah.
What we're aiming for initially is Monday, Wednesday and Friday.
That sounds like
it's always
going to
be a Friday and the time will always be 3 o'clock. As you can see, this isn't a Monday.
And it wasn't really 3 o'clock.
And it wasn't really 3 o'clock. But
we'll try and nail down a schedule for you guys.
Yeah.
No,
Should
it must be a bit
tomorrow?
awkward. Probably not tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow.
Okay.
Very
so
busy
mine
day.
is tomorrow. We'll try. Yeah, we will normalize it for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It'll always be at 3 o'clock. Friday, I think Friday, given the amount of streams we've done, Friday seems to be our best day.
Yeah.
I don't know if the energy's higher with the crowd or it's just more people got time to tune in then. It seems to be better. Corrosive Bird says, I have Corsair. As in the cables? You must mean the modular cables. They're actually plastic, they're not braided.
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
sort of like those. Yeah, of course they've got quite nice standard cables on the iron power supplies.
Corrosive Build, I'm curious since you're here and you're new to our stream. What are your system specs and what case do you have?
Right, we are done with the build, guys. I'm fairly happy with this one. Bit unfortunate with the length of this fan splitter here. It's just right at the awkward place around this corner for all these places where they plug in, but the rest of it I'm fairly happy with. Let's take on to the interesting side. Here we go. We've got our SSD here with a space to upgrade another one right next to it. What do you guys think of the build? What do you think of the case? Any remarks, any questions?
Do let us know. Jarrad, do we have these side panels? Is it tempered glass or regular window?
It's regular window, I'm afraid.
Regular window.
One of the first ones we've done without tempered glass. They are in that box behind me, Kal. If you'd like to grab it.
Nice! It is nice. It's a very nice looking case.
I'll just tidy up while Kal gets the side panels for you guys. go.
These panels are quite heavy for what they are. Like,
It's a very well built case, these NZXT cases.
Yeah.
They're solid.
listen, you can hear that?
Solid metal.
There's a solid piece of metal.
That's usually a good indication of quality of the case. The more metal it's made out of, the better.
Jared's about to do the plastic pill.
Oh
Everyone,
yeah, everyone loves that.
put your ears to your speakers. Corrosive Bird is the ultimate villain. Like, hear this, right? He's like, I have 2 PCs. One for gaming, one for mining. This guy's like the ultimate super villain of this chat. Like, everyone's just
He's
gonna...
the miner. Boo.
They're gonna cream him.
He's behind you. Alright guys.
The mining one has 2 CPUs. Oh, damn. Wow. Damn.
Here we go. Get you nice and close.
Listen.
Here we go. One very glossy S340.
This is why I hate gloss. This. Okay.
It's pretty shiny. I think I've already got a fingerprint on it over here. We'll have to clean off.
Look how shiny the thing is.
It's a gleaming case, isn't it? It stands out.
You never touch it again. Oh, it's through.
Can't touch it now. I can't move it.
Frostbite says satisfaction.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
No, he meant the peel.
Yeah.
He meant
It's
the peel.
pretty good peeling it.
Corrosive Bird has like no chill.
Are you still going?
He does not care that he does mine. He's got no chill for this chat.
It's chaotic evil.
He says he has a Define R5. Nice.
I think one of our other builders has got that case. Very nice case.
Weren't we having a chat about that yesterday?
Mm.
Well, I think it was the Define R5. I'm pretty sure it was. If anything, I said it was me, and I said I dislike them. Possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
they're okay for me.
Why do you guys not upload much anymore? Stay tuned. We'll have plenty of uploads coming. Believe me.
Keep subscribed.
Yeah, subscribe to us. I mean, that comes from Ali Hussein, who also said to us, when do you guys upload? So it's like, yeah, you have our timetable now. Follow us on Twitter so you will know. Jared seems extra proud of his cable management today.
I do like the
can't
cable management in this
disagree with
case.
it.
It
It
needs to be a bit
It's
straighter.
solid, it's solid.
You know. We always go all out on our cable management here at Dino PC.
Yep. If you guys have any last question, like within the next 30 seconds, we will take it. Other than that, we are kicking out.
Final question. Who's it going to come from?
Corrosive Bird is just bragging rights. CPUs are massive in my PC. A lot bigger than normal CPUs. AMD something. AMD something.
If it's a big
Be
CPU,
funny.
that's probably like TR4, like Threadripper. If it's like
Yeah.
if it's like a really decent sized CPU, you're talking about Threadripper.
Ali Hussein says, what's your keyboard? It looks really nice. Jared, tilt your head to my keyboard, please.
There we go.
This is the Asus Cerberus that was mentioned earlier on. This is it. This is the non-mechanical one, but they do come in mechanical and RGB. This is it. Yeah. Oh, also, here's the mouse. Yeah.
Oh, the full showcase
Mouse,
for you guys.
mouse, the full showcase, and not my phone. The mouse mat. Cerberus everywhere. Yeah, pretty good. No Cerberus headset here, but there you go.
We're not sponsored by Asus.
Scrubble Boy says, what shoes do you have on? I have
Shoe showcase.
the shoe showcase. I should have worn my Nvidia shoes today. That would have been good for this stream.
Oh, get
Yeah,
your
I have
Nvidias.
Nvidia shoes, believe it or not. If you want to see them, remind me for the next stream. But right now, I have plain black feelers on. Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah.
Jordans.
Like that. Why would I have on Jordans? We're in the UK. Like, who wears Jordans?
I've never seen a pair of Jordans.
Yeah, I haven't seen a pair of Jordans since, I don't know, since I've never seen a basketball game. Yeah. It's a Asus Cerberus keyboard.
I like how we asked for last questions and it was what
Yeah.
shoes do you have?
Yeah, what shoes? Yeah. Okay, guys, that is it, guys
Yeah.
and girls.
We'll leave it on the shoes.
Tune in on Friday?
Yeah, I
Should
think
we go
Friday
straight to
should be fine, yeah.
Friday at 3 o'clock. Ali Hussein, bookmark that if you want to tune in.
We'll see if we can get another
Before.
special build for you guys.
Yeah, well, we'll showcase something on the next build as well.
Mm.
Even if we're not building anything like that you requested, we'll showcase it. Because the Project 7 case, people wanted to see that, and I believe there's something else, but...
Yeah, we'll read through all your comments. Send us any messages or emails or anything like that if you've got any requests.
Yeah.
See you guys on Friday. If my grandma had with you. Okay.
Okay, that's just funny. Okay, we'll leave it there. Right.
See you guys next. See you guys on Friday.
If your grandma... Oh, okay.